Brought to you by...
There are places in this world that stand haunted by the darkness of the past. Often, these places are avoided, looked down upon, or even left forgotten for decades by the masses. Some of them play host to a malevolence that seeks to claim the lives of those who step inside. Others, however, are just waiting to be found by those unsuspecting souls who need them the most. Buying a new home and starting a life together is the goal of almost every young couple that exists today. However, sometimes on our journey to happily ever after, we hit a few potholes that send us careening off our path and into a jagged ditch of despair. One such example is found after a couple places their lake house on a vacation rental app, when they return home to discover eerie secrets left behind by their previous guests. The opening narration for this one threw me off a bit at first. That is, until its introduction that our protagonist is a writer who dictates her thoughts in recordings. The narrative is presented to us in a series of chapters that cover the various viewpoints of each of the characters involved in this series of events. This allows us to examine each element of the plot from various points of view and construct the narrative like a puzzle along the way. A choice that is foreshadowed through our original protagonist's collection of puzzles. A mystery element is rapidly introduced when our protagonists arrive at their home to find the last tenants gone, leaving behind a mess and all their belongings. The film does an interesting job compounding this mystery by slowly building upon the elements without delivering much explanation to what is happening. The tone and overall atmosphere of this film is, in a word, unsettling. Along the way, it's hard to follow, and presents the type of story that slowly reveals its true intentions over the course of the runtime. The film does a great job setting up its tense tone, and maintaining it erratically the further and further we go. The visual presentation of this film is captured in a gorgeous high contrast, with muted colors and beautifully composed shot compositions. A lot of various styles are utilized, creating a blend of handheld, flowing, and lockdown camera styles. The film's color palette plays with that clash of blues and teals, and warm oranges and browns. The performances throughout this film are nothing Academy Award winning or anything. In fact, the interactions between the characters feels a bit wooden at times, and can play as if read straight off the page. However, the mystery and intrigue that the story builds is what kept me drawn into the experience. Early on, we are introduced to the tensions between our protagonists, as the problems they have been running away from fester beneath the surface of their relationship. That we later learn stems from their inability to have children, due to the husband's infertility. The more we learn about our characters throughout, the more tragic their stories reveal themselves to be. A couple who wants nothing more in life than to settle down together and start a family, but who were unable to have children. A woman so damaged by life, whose best friend and only connection in life is her grandmother. A grandmother who hired the man she is with to kill her. A killer so distraught by the loss of someone he loved, due to his own negligence, that he listens to relaxation and stress relief recordings to be able to stomach the life he has turned to. Throughout, our characters are confronted with this trembling presence that actually shakes the house's foundations, causing cracking and straining of the structure. It's spoken of like something evil that exists within the walls. What we are left to discover is whether or not it was brought here, or if it existed here the whole time. It isn't until our third chapter that the inhuman horrors of the film reveal themselves, and the house itself becomes its own unique character, we learn that something strange has always been here, a haunting presence that looms over its occupants, tormenting them with specters, voices, and manipulating their physical world around them. The way that this plot shifts about creates a strange and pretty haunting experience. The plot shifts and the tone evolves from daunting and horror-centric to nearly comical at times, before diving back into darker waters. This is a story that brings tormented souls together, drowning them beneath the roof of this place that manipulates their pain. This is a film that isn't meant for your average moviegoer. It's a deep and layered exploration of broken characters through winding, obscure, and supernatural means. For me, this was a film that centered around finding ways to overcome the monsters that burden our lives, before they inevitably catch up to us. I think the genius part about this film is the fact that the dark entity isn't the monster of the movie. It's not something that is explored or ever really explained in any real way. It's just there. It's not the point of the story. It just forces our characters to face their own personal demons, and provides them each with a view of their own monsters. Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help us bring you more like it, please consider supporting ETF over on Patreon. There you'll be able to find yourself some fun little rewards, including some new, exclusive bonus content just for our supporters. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.